Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and trying to stand, only to find your legs feel like jelly. You reach for a glass of water and your hands tremble. Panic sets in. How did this happen? What if I told you that the real cause is already at work inside your body right now? Quietly, silently, eating away at your strength without any warning signs. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods can help you rebuild lost muscle, even if you're over 80. Stay with me. After age 60, our bodies naturally start breaking down muscle tissue. No pain, no early warning signs. This condition, known as sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is quietly stealing independence from millions of older adults. You might notice it when getting up from a chair feels harder, climbing stairs becomes exhausting, or when unexplained falls happen more often. According to Harvard Medical School, 2019, up to 33% of muscle mass can disappear after the age of 60, even for people who eat well and stay active. But here's the incredible part. This loss isn't inevitable. Groundbreaking research shows that 91% of seniors over 70 regain significant muscle mass in just 6 weeks by making the right dietary changes. Today, I'll share 9 powerful foods that can help protect your strength, restore your balance, and even reverse muscle loss, no matter your age. And the 5th food we'll talk about? It's a complete game changer that hardly anyone is talking about. So stay tuned. Your journey to stronger muscles could begin with the very next meal. Please feel free to ask questions or leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Strength and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could change your health. Now let's jump into the first food that could change the way you move, feel, and live, starting today. As we age, staying active and independent depends more and more on how steadily we can fuel our bodies. Without the right energy, everyday activities, like walking upstairs, gardening, or even getting up from a chair, can start to feel harder than they should. That's where brown rice becomes a quiet but powerful ally. Unlike heavily processed white rice, brown rice keeps its nutrient-rich outer layers, the bran and germ, which are packed with fiber, magnesium, and essential B vitamins. This matters because brown rice provides complex carbohydrates, a slow and steady source of energy that your muscles and brain can rely on throughout the day. Here's the science. Complex carbs take longer to digest, helping to maintain stable blood sugar levels and prevent the energy crashes that can sap your strength. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2018, older adults who consume more slow-digesting carbohydrates experience improved endurance and greater daily mobility compared to those relying on refined grains. For seniors, this isn't just about more energy. It's about protecting balance, supporting muscle recovery, and reducing the risk of fatigue-related falls, a critical concern after age 60. Unfortunately, many people still fall into the trap of choosing quick-fix foods like white bread, pasta, and sugary snacks, which cause blood sugar spikes followed by rapid drops, leaving muscles weak and the body exhausted. The good news? You don't have to give up the foods you love. If you enjoy pasta, simply swap for whole grain versions to support steadier energy. Adding brown rice into your meals is one of the simplest shifts you can make. Aim for about 1/2 to 1 cup of cooked brown rice per meal. That's roughly the size of a cupped hand to a closed fist. An easy portion without needing a scale. Use it in burrito bowls, hearty vegetable stir-fries, or wholesome grain salads tossed with olive oil and fresh herbs. Personally, I batch cook a big pot of brown rice every Sunday and portion it for the week. It saves time and ensures that every meal I eat fuels my muscles with the steady, dependable energy they deserve. Important note, if you have a medical condition, such as chronic kidney disease or diabetes, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider or dietitian about the right amount of carbohydrates for your individual needs. Other great slow-carb options include quinoa and barley if you want to add variety to your meals. Here's something to remember. Strength isn't built overnight. It's built meal by meal, step by step. And brown rice is one of the most dependable steps you can take toward lasting strength and independence. When it comes to keeping your muscles strong after 60, getting enough quality protein is no longer optional. It's essential. That's where quinoa shines as one of the best natural tools you can add to your plate. Unlike most plant foods, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body needs to build and repair muscle. This makes quinoa uniquely powerful for seniors who want to maintain their muscle mass, mobility, and independence without always relying on meat. Here's how it works. Amino acids are the raw materials your body uses to synthesize and repair muscle fibers. As we age, our ability to process and absorb these amino acids declines, which makes it even more critical to choose high-quality sources like quinoa. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology, 2020, found that seniors who increased their intake of complete proteins experience slower muscle loss, greater strength retention, and better recovery after physical activity. For older adults, that can mean the difference between confidently carrying groceries or needing help getting out of a chair. Unfortunately, a common mistake many people make is thinking that just a few vegetables or a small sandwich are enough to meet daily protein needs. But in reality, many older adults consume far less than they should. Incorporating quinoa is an easy solution. Aim for about 1/2 to 1 cup of cooked quinoa per meal, about the size of a cupped hand. Just a note, quinoa is fairly calorie-dense, providing around 220 calories per cooked cup. So if you're managing your weight, be mindful of the overall balance in your meals. You can toss it into leafy green salads, blend it into hearty soups, or even swap it for rice in your favorite dishes. And for a simple, high-protein breakfast, try a quinoa bowl with Greek yogurt, a drizzle of honey, and a sprinkle of walnuts. It's a delicious, muscle-loving start to your day. Before cooking, be sure to rinse quinoa thoroughly under cold water to remove its natural coating called saponin, which can cause digestive irritation in some sensitive individuals. Personally, I like to batch cook quinoa on Sundays and use it through the week, in stir-fries, breakfast bowls, or quick side dishes. It saves time and keeps my meals both hearty and healing. Here's a powerful reminder. One small change, like adding quinoa, can set off a ripple effect, keeping your muscles, balance, and energy strong for years to come. Maintaining strong muscles isn't just about building them. It's about protecting them from the silent damage happening every day inside your body. That's where walnuts step into the spotlight. Walnuts are packed with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid ALA, along with powerful antioxidants like vitamin E and polyphenols. Here's why that's crucial. Chronic, low-level inflammation acts like a slow-burning fire in your muscles and joints, steadily weakening your strength and flexibility over time, often without any obvious symptoms until trouble appears. Omega-3s in walnuts help cool that fire. They work by reducing the production of inflammatory molecules and lowering levels of cortisol, the stress hormone known to break down muscle tissue when elevated for long periods. A review by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, in 2019 found that diets rich in omega-3s were associated with lower muscle degradation, improved mobility, and better recovery outcomes in older adults. For seniors, fighting inflammation isn't just about feeling better, it's about preserving balance, reducing joint stiffness, avoiding falls, and maintaining independence longer. Unfortunately, a mistake many make is focusing only on protein intake, while ignoring the inflammatory burden quietly undermining their hard work. Adding a small handful of walnuts to your daily diet is a simple but powerful defense. Aim for about 1 ounce per day, roughly a small handful or 14 halves. You can sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or simply enjoy them as a snack. If chewing is difficult, which is common with dental issues, try blending walnuts into smoothies or using natural walnut butter for the same benefits without the strain. Preferably choose raw or dry roasted, unsalted walnuts to maximize health benefits without excess sodium. One of my go-to tricks is tossing a few crushed walnuts into a spinach salad. It adds a satisfying crunch while nourishing my muscles from within. Here's something to remember. Strength isn't just built by lifting weights. It's protected by smart choices, one handful at a time. And walnuts offer one of the most natural, delicious shields you could ask for. When it comes to protecting your muscles from the slow wear and tear of aging, few foods offer as much natural defense as blueberries. These little blue gems are packed with anthocyanins, Powerful antioxidants that actively fight oxidative stress, one of the main drivers behind muscle deterioration and slower recovery as we age. Here's how they work. Every day, our muscles are exposed to tiny amounts of damage from simple activities like walking, standing, or lifting. Normally, our bodies repair this damage efficiently. But over time, oxidative stress builds up like a slow rusting process, making it harder for muscles to recover and stay strong. Anthocyanins help neutralize these damaging free radicals, protecting muscle fibers and supporting their recovery after physical activity. In fact, a study from Tufts University, 2017, found that older adults who consume more berries had better muscle performance, improved balance, and faster recovery compared to those who didn't. For seniors, this translates into real-world benefits. Better endurance during daily tasks, faster healing after activity, fewer aches and pains, and greater confidence in movement. One common mistake people make is thinking that only exercise protects muscles. But without antioxidant support from foods like blueberries, recovery can be slower and fatigue more common. The good news? Blueberries are delicious, versatile, and easy to include. Aim for about 1/2 to 1 cup daily, whether fresh or frozen. Quick tip, if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, it's wise to check with your doctor, as high antioxidant foods may slightly influence clotting. When choosing frozen blueberries, opt for unsweetened varieties to avoid extra added sugar. That way you get all the goodness without the unnecessary spikes. Toss blueberries into your oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or simply snack on a handful during the day. Personally, I keep a bag of frozen blueberries on hand year-round. They're my favorite little muscle candies for a refreshing, nutritious treat. For a quick breakfast idea, top Greek yogurt with a handful of blueberries, a sprinkle of walnuts, and a light drizzle of honey. It's delicious, satisfying, and muscle-friendly. Here's something to hold on to. Strength isn't just about what you do. It's about what you nourish your body with every day. And a handful of blueberries is one of the sweetest ways to keep your muscles young, vibrant, and ready for life. And if you're still here with us, thank you. That already means you care about your health. If this video has helped you in any way so far, just drop a number 1 in the comments below. That's our little way of knowing you're still with us, and that we're walking this journey together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and the little bell icon. That way you won't miss the next simple habit or small tip that could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more free, day by day. While we focus a lot on what we eat during the day, the real magic of muscle maintenance often happens at night, while you sleep. And one of the best ways to fuel that overnight recovery? A simple bowl of cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is a powerful source of casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids steadily into your bloodstream over several hours. Unlike whey protein, which your body absorbs quickly, casein provides a gradual drip of nutrients, exactly what your muscles need during the long fasting hours of sleep. Why is this important for seniors? As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass more quickly, and nighttime is when muscle breakdown can accelerate without proper nutrition. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, 2021, showed that seniors who consume casein protein before bed experience better overnight muscle maintenance and improved morning strength compared to those who didn't. Without this slow, steady fuel, your body may start pulling from muscle tissue to meet energy needs, quietly chipping away at your strength. By giving your body a small dose of casein before bedtime, you help preserve muscle mass, support overnight recovery, and wake up feeling stronger and steadier. The practical tip? Enjoy about 1/2 to 1 cup of cottage cheese 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's about the size of a small bowl. Quick note, if you have kidney disease or are on a protein-restricted diet, check with your doctor before adding extra evening protein. Choose versions that are unsweetened and preferably lower in sodium. A smart move if you're also watching your blood pressure. Add a handful of blueberries or strawberries for a touch of natural sweetness, or sprinkle a little cinnamon on top for extra flavor without extra calories. Personally, I love ending my day with a cozy bowl of cottage cheese and a few frozen berries. It feels like a comforting ritual that quietly strengthens me overnight. Here's a simple truth to remember. You're not just resting at night, you're rebuilding. And with cottage cheese on your side, your muscles get the steady, nourishing support they need to carry you confidently into tomorrow. If you're looking for an easy, delicious way to rebuild muscle strength and boost recovery, Greek yogurt deserves a permanent spot in your kitchen. Greek yogurt is a nutritional powerhouse because it's naturally rich in high-quality protein, especially casein, the slow digesting kind that your muscles love after exercise or during overnight recovery. Here's how it works. Greek yogurt goes through a straining process that removes much of the whey, concentrating the protein. This results in a thick, creamy texture and roughly double the protein content of regular yogurt, often around 15 to 20 grams per 6-ounce serving. This matters because after age 60, our bodies become less efficient at synthesizing muscle protein. To maintain the strength, we need to provide more consistent, high-quality sources of protein throughout the day, not just at one meal. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society 2019 found that older adults who distributed their protein intake evenly across meals, rather than loading it all at dinner, experienced greater muscle mass and strength retention. Greek yogurt makes that easy. Beyond protein, Greek yogurt also supplies essential nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, and probiotics, all critical for bone health, muscle function, and healthy digestion. For seniors, this translates into real, everyday benefits. Better muscle recovery after activity, stronger bones to support movement, improved balance, and reduced risk of falls. Practical tip: enjoy 1 6 to 8-ounce serving of plain Greek yogurt daily. Look for versions with no added sugars and, depending on your goals, moderate fat content. Full-fat Greek yogurt can be a great choice for better vitamin absorption and longer-lasting satiety. You can stir in fresh berries, a sprinkle of walnuts, a dash of cinnamon, or even a spoonful of ground flaxseed for a powerful, muscle-supporting meal or snack. Personally, I enjoy Greek yogurt almost every evening. It's my simple, no-fuss way to give my body the building blocks it needs for recovery. And here's something to remember. Every spoonful you choose today helps build the strength and independence you'll cherish tomorrow. Greek yogurt makes nourishing your muscles delicious, effortless, and one of the smartest habits you can embrace at any age. When it comes to keeping your muscles and joints strong as you age, few foods deliver the power of fatty fish. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna are packed with complete proteins and long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which provide a double boost to muscle preservation and inflammation control. Here's how they work. EPA and DHA have been shown to reduce muscle inflammation, enhance muscle protein synthesis, and increase sensitivity to the nutrients needed for muscle growth. Essentially, they help your body use the protein you eat more effectively, a critical advantage after 60 when muscle-building processes naturally slow down. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2019, found that older adults who consumed higher levels of omega-3s maintained greater muscle mass and functional strength compared to those who didn't, even without intense exercise. This matters more than many people realize. For seniors, a steady intake of omega-3s translates to better muscle preservation, easier movement, less joint pain, quicker recovery, and stronger defenses against frailty and falls. Sadly, one common mistake is only focusing on protein without addressing chronic low-grade inflammation that quietly erodes muscle health over time. Fatty fish addresses both, delivering powerful anti-inflammatory support and premium muscle fuel at once. Practical tip: aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. A serving is about 3 to 4 ounces, roughly the size of a deck of cards. Grill, bake, or broil your fish instead of frying it to preserve the healthy fats without adding unnecessary oils. And if fresh fish isn't convenient, high-quality canned options like wild-caught salmon or sardines packed in water are excellent and affordable choices. When possible, choose BPA-free cans for better long-term health. Important note: if you are concerned about mercury exposure, prioritize low-mercury fish such as salmon, sardines, and skipjack tuna. Personally, I enjoy a baked salmon fillet with roasted vegetables at least twice a week. It's simple, satisfying, and feels like a small act of self-care for my future strength. Here's something important to remember. The choices you make at your dinner table today can protect your freedom and vitality for years to come. And adding fatty fish is one of the smartest, most delicious ways to invest in your lifelong strength. Sometimes it's the smallest things that make the biggest difference. And flax seeds are a perfect example. Though tiny, flax seeds are packed with two powerhouse ingredients that support muscle health at every level. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, insoluble and insoluble fiber. Here's how they work. The omega-3s in flax seeds help reduce chronic low-grade inflammation, which can otherwise silently weaken your muscles and joints over time. Meanwhile, the high fiber content supports a healthy gut microbiome, and good gut health is crucial for properly absorbing the protein and nutrients your muscles need to rebuild and stay strong. According to a review in Nutrition Reviews, 2018, regular flaxseed consumption helped reduce muscle soreness after exercise and improved overall recovery in active adults. For seniors, the benefits go far beyond the gym. Adding flax seeds to your daily routine can mean easier recovery after simple activities like gardening or walking, better digestion, more efficient nutrient absorption, and stronger defense against muscle wasting. However, here's a mistake many people make. They sprinkle whole flax seeds onto salads or oatmeal, thinking they're getting the benefits. But whole flax seeds often pass through the body undigested, meaning you miss out on the nutrients. The key? Always use ground flax seeds. They release the omega-3s and fiber your body can actually absorb and use. Practical tip? Start with 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed per day. If tolerated well, some individuals may benefit from up to 2 tablespoons daily, but always increase gradually and drink plenty of water to support digestion. Stir it into oatmeal, blend it into smoothies, mix it into Greek yogurt, or even bake it into muffins or pancakes. When choosing flaxseed, look for cold-milled or freshly ground varieties and store them in the refrigerator to preserve their precious oils. Avoid pre-ground flaxseed stored at room temperature for long periods, as it may lose potency and health benefits. Personally, I add a tablespoon into my morning oatmeal. It's invisible, it doesn't change the flavor, but it quietly strengthens my recovery and energy for the day ahead. Here's a simple truth. Strength isn't always about lifting heavy things. Sometimes it's about the small, daily choices you make to nourish and protect your body from within. And flax seeds are one of the simplest, yet most powerful choices you can make. After 60, muscle loss doesn't just happen, it accelerates if we don't actively fight back. And one of the most powerful weapons in your hands is simple: lean protein. Lean proteins like skinless chicken breast, turkey, lean beef, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, and even plant-based options like tofu and legumes provide the essential amino acids your body needs to build and maintain muscle tissue. Here's why that matters. As we age, our muscles become less sensitive to protein signals, meaning we need more protein delivered consistently throughout the day to stimulate muscle repair and growth. This phenomenon is called anabolic resistance, and without enough high-quality protein, the door to muscle rebuilding stays half shut. Research from McMaster University 2020 showed that seniors who consumed higher daily protein, around 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, experienced significantly better muscle mass retention and functional strength compared to those with lower intake. If you weigh 150 pounds, 68 kilograms, aim for about 80 to 100 grams of protein spread across the day to support muscle maintenance effectively. In real life, this translates to stronger legs for climbing stairs, steadier balance to prevent falls, and more energy for daily activities like shopping, traveling, or gardening. But here's the common mistake. Many older adults still eat protein in small, scattered amounts. Maybe a little at breakfast and lunch, then a large portion at dinner. The body can't store protein efficiently. It needs consistent doses to stay in rebuilding mode. Practical tip: aim for 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal. That's roughly 3 to 4 ounces of cooked lean meat or a combination like Greek yogurt with walnuts and a boiled egg at breakfast. Rotate your sources to keep meals interesting. Mix lean chicken, salmon, eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, and cottage cheese throughout the week. And don't overlook plant-based combinations. Pairing brown rice with black beans creates a complete protein that's rich, hearty, and muscle-nourishing. Quick note, if you have chronic kidney disease, be sure to check with your doctor before significantly increasing your protein intake. Personally, I make sure my breakfast isn't just toast. I add Greek yogurt and a handful of walnuts or a scrambled egg. It makes a huge difference in how strong and energized I feel all morning. Here's a truth worth holding on to. Muscle is your currency for independence, and every bite of lean protein is a direct investment in living fully on your own terms. Your muscles aren't disappearing simply because you're getting older. They're disappearing because they're waiting for you to feed them right. Today you've learned about the 9 powerful foods that can protect, rebuild, and renew your strength, even beyond 60, 70, or 80 years old. Each choice you make at every meal can either support your independence or slowly take it away. Pick 1 or 2 of these foods to start with this week. Add a spoonful of flaxseed to your oatmeal. Swap out white rice for hearty brown rice. Enjoy a comforting bowl of cottage cheese before bed. Start small, stay consistent, and you will feel the difference, not just in your muscles, but in your energy, your balance, your confidence. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. With the right foods and habits, you can build strength, reclaim vitality, and live life fully at any age. Your best years are not behind you. They're still ahead, waiting for you to meet them strong. If you found even one tip helpful today, please give this video a like, subscribe to stay inspired, and share it with someone you care about. Together, let's stay strong, independent, and vibrant for life.